call security. And now they know where to find her.
Right. Fluid, training from your heart. What's wrong with Echo? Ham and cheese crepe. I was in the cafeteria, dining on that savory galette when they told me Chastain's next recruit was the Barrett King.
I'm watching The Resident and Kane. Oh my god, he is the most like the parts where they make him redeemable, or I guess not redeemable, just more human. It's only when it's convenient with him, like when, spoiler alert, he sends all his patients to like they don't die, so he doesn't have any deaths on his like because he's a surgeon. So they send them to like a facility where they're just on like powered by machines. And so his ex-girlfriend from like university, she has to get like a brain thing because he's a neurosurgeon, and so she dies. And the people on his OR were like, well, she's not gonna die, we just put on an event. And he's like, no, that's inhumane, we're gonna let her die. And it's like, oh, so you do know that what you're doing is humane, you just didn't care. I'm waiting for him to be redeemed, but until now, it's only when it's convenient to him.
The food wasn't inspiring, but the name was. What? Come on, man. Another surgical god under the same roof. And a brother at that. I had hoped for a colleague, a comrade. But brother, you have managed to alienate every single doctor in this hospital. And even
no one likes him. No one. It's because he's mean and he's rude. And he's like very much like, you don't talk to me. Threatening. I don't know. And the thing is, AJ, when he first got to the, I don't remember what season he arrived. But he was also very like, whoa. He was also really, but they had a moment of humbling when they had made him convinced that it was him, the reason why the other doctor had died. And so I think that really made him more like, but him having these moments and he's still like crazy. Like I remember when they did the COVID episode where he calls in that other guy to have elective surgery, telling him that it's urgent, and then he gets COVID and he gets like clots in his lungs, and he's getting sued because Mina tells the family like, hey, you shouldn't be like, oh my god, thank god for Dr. Kane. No, it's he's the reason why you're here. So now he's getting sued, and he wants to know who's suing him, because I doubt he's gonna find humility. He's probably just gonna sue the other doctor who's whistleblowing on him, or like who knows.
I have my instincts. That hope I felt is still very much alive. I know traumatic events like this can have a profound impact on one's constitution. So maybe you come out on the other side of this, cervical gifts intact. A different outlook on life.
Doubt it.
Are you testifying against me in this lawsuit?
See?
You're too proud not to tell me if it was you. So who is it?
Every time they give him like a little ounce to be a better person, he's like, no.
I will tell them to prep the OR.
This is homemade pizza, by the way. It's really good.
So how soon can we transfer?
We don't know.
You mean you don't know?
Trying to figure out what's wrong with her. Eva wasn't severely injured in the crash, and yet her organs are failing. We need to figure out what's going on with her.
I'm putting this from your cameras. This guy approached the front desk looking for a room number. When they asked his name, he disappeared. Just notify Chastain. Tell them to report the night.
My parents are watching TV. What I like about The Resident, I liked Grey's Anatomy. I watched, I think, like the OG seasons, but it kind of got crazy. Okay, kind of got crazy. A lot of things were happening to these doctors where I'm like, you guys need like financial compensation. That's the win. What I like about The Resident is that all the storylines feel very authentic. They feel possible and true, and all the characters act very human, and there's not like unnecessary drama, nothing like, it's not unrealistic to me. I'm not a doctor, but it feels very authentic. And even like the main couple is Nick and Conrad. And even when they were on a break, it wasn't like Conrad went to find someone else and sleep with someone else, or Nick, because they were kind of making it like another guy who fell in love with her. But she was always like, no, I love Conrad, even if we're going through thing. And I really like, it was a very, it makes sense because they're mature adults. They're not like, you know. So I like the show.
Its creds are drifting down.
You may have a bleed from the spinal liver. Surgery is risky. The potential for complications. So tell me it is unethical.
Patient consented.
Just because he said yes doesn't mean it worked.
I really like how Bell in the first season, that man was a demon, a menace. He literally, they would call him Hodat, hands of death and destruction, because his hand had a tremor. And so he just, now I guess because he's on a different type of medication, his hands don't tremor anymore and he can be a surgeon. But they redeemed him so well. And it wasn't instantly, like it was a lot of things where you see him doing things because of his own benefit. And it kind of surely but surely with each thing, he kind of became more human. So I really like that it wasn't instant. Like, I wish Kane was also being like slowly, you know, but every time they try, I'm like, oh, and then he does something, I'm like, oh no. And Mina, I really like her because in the first couple episodes, she's very like direct, very kind of not mean, but it's like true. And they made her more funny side, and I like that too.
I think we should attempt this laparoscopically.
You need to be focused on what happens in the OR. Our mind should be fully on Emmett, not on camera.
My mind is exactly where it needs to be. You don't understand?
I understand. It took your face off the building, so you had to find some other place to put it.
Aww.
Searching first.
And he's trying to save the hospital. The most unserious man. Like, if you're gonna find someone to kill him, you would think you'd act less suspicious.
She looked at me. Basically had our first date right then and there.
Only a few months in, we were already talking about marriage.
True love. My chair squeaks a lot. My chair is like 10 years old, so that's why it squeaks.
Nothing. She wouldn't return my messages. My friends all said that I had moved too fast. I spooked her and she ghosted me, but that didn't make any sense because we were good together. My sister lives in Atlanta, so when she texted me and said that she saw you on TV, I just got on the next flight here.
Talk about love, man. He just took a flight. He's like, wish that would be
She
me.
never wanted to see me again. I needed to know why.
I couldn't tell him why. I blew the whistle at the firm where I worked. Insider trading. My word sent guys to prison. FBI said I had to go into witness protection, and I didn't want to bring Darren into that.
Got that where you were. I was a whistleblower.
Oh.
You know. I was afraid that doing the right thing hurt someone I love. So, I know the pain that comes with that.
I didn't want to hurt him. I still don't. But I still think about him.
You could tell him that.
But the other actors who play like the patients, some of them are really, really good. Like really just like emotional, like it's very impressive. Because I mean, imagine, I feel like it's nerve-wracking to go into an environment where every of the actor knows each other. I mean, you're just kind of arriving there and playing this one little part. Because I watched one where it was a dad and the son. The son, I gave him slack because he's a kid, but the dad was like very nonchalant the fact that his wife or his son was like dying. He was like, oh no.
Might give you closure. Call a coach, stroke! What is it?
I'm sorry, it's an emergency. I have to go.
Toys, everything is. As soon as they land, fight on them. Get a few shots of the surgery, but I don't want to see too much of that. You, I don't want to.
It's more fun being on your show than Once, while folding laundry, you oversimplified science. You refer to a minor study as evidence. And then you bring your entourage into the whole. Also, too much makeup.
Oh, it's so sad because he was such a bad guy in the first season. Everyone thinks that everything he does is for his own personal gain. And this one, he's actually trying to save the hospital because the hospital was bought by Red Rock, and Red Rock wants to sell it because it's too expensive. And so if he's like worried that if they sell it to someone else, you know, it's like what the saying, like, it's better to know the enemy than to not know, or something like that, you know. I forgot the storyline. He got burnt like so much on his body that they're literally saying that he's just like, he's gonna die, that there's nothing they can do to him. And Dr. Pravesh, he's like, you should call your daughter. And he's like, no, we don't have a good relationship. And so he gives his own like little, because his dad died in COVID. His dad character, not the real actor. And so he feels regret. And so the police just flat out tells him, you're my doctor, just be my doctor. Your story is your story, my story is my story, don't butt in. And I'm like, oh. Now it seems like he's dying. He died. Well, I mean, we knew that.
Okay. Yeah, I lost a patient. I was expecting. Still, there's a family here. I'm going to fly them for you. There's no one entitled on.
Oh, just like his dad.
Sorry, losing someone is never easy. I tried to get him to call his daughter, talk to her one last time.
Dr. Pravesh is a very attractive man. He's 41. I don't know that. It's so comforting to see actors like not baby actors being like doctors and stuff.
No.
Oh.
I'm okay. I just need a minute.
I'm gonna drop my pizza.
When do we expect Dr. Voss?
She's late.
She must be wrapping up her last surgery.
Kane's already under. He always lets us start without him.
Oh. Okay, here's the thing. So Kane is messy because all the other surgeons, even Belle, who was called Hands of Death and Destruction. He literally, there was a guy who was there for like a small surgery, and he slashed his artery. He tried to save him. Like, he stayed there, not to give him like the credit, but Kane and his surgeries, he like never stays. He cracks the head open. Sometimes he doesn't even crack the head open. Like, his residents crack the head open, and then he comes, he just, and then he leaves, and then the resident closes up, and then he does that, and he like does 5-6 surgeries, but he's not actually operating. Like, he's not actually like opening or closing. He just takes like the, you know, and he's not there in case something happens. So now he's getting a taste of his medicine, where his residents are like, well, he always lets us start without him, so might as well start without Dr. Voss, who is like the ortho surgeon.
Used to say, how else will we learn? Close eyes mean cut away. No need to wait for you to.
See?
I made the practice. 10 blade to me.
Crap, he's awake!
His sedation!
Dr. Kane! Dr. Kane, please!
Oh, it was a dream.
10 blade to me.
I wonder if it's because he knows that his interns are doing that.
Camera right, please. Perfect.
His spleen is dry. We should have done a neck slap.
Source of the bleed must be coming from the liver lag.
Is it coming from the arteries or the veins?
I can't see a thing.
He's gonna pot him out soon.
He's trying to bring a lumber.
How is she? I wish we had better news. Eva had a mild stroke.
Are you saying she could die? Monitor her. I find her after all this time in my life? We're doing everything we can, Darren. But we need your help. I don't understand.
We don't know Eva, but you do. Is there anything about her medical history that you could tell us? You know, when you love someone, we dismiss certain things. Certain quirks become normal.
Yeah, one of those types of things. Yeah, she used to try to hide her stress. I only remember that because she was so self-conscious of it. Did this rash look like a bruise? Yeah, sort of.
And would it come at a certain time of year?
I think you'd say yeah.
Periodic lesions, renal failure, fever.
Combine.
I love that. Also, even though Conrad, he's an internist, and that's his job is to kind of like find out and determine what the patient has. It's never like to the scale of House, where House is just like, and then it's just, you know, even though that's a lie. House, there's a lot of, the entire episode is him missing and failing. But him, it feels realistic. Like, it's like, okay, this is leading to this, and then let's try this. This feels, I don't know why it feels more authentic. I think because they do reprimand him when he goes a little bit out of the norm, whereas in House, he can kind of do whatever he wants. And I don't know, I really love that they also put a lot of highlight on nurses, because Nick is a nurse practitioner, and so they're kind of like show the role of what being a nurse is like and how the importance of what a nurse is, and they even talk about how nurses are undervalued. I don't know, I just think I really like this show. If you haven't watched it, you should. Granted, I just spoiled some things, but that's fine. I got stuff spoiled for me, so that's fine, because like I've gotten things spoiled for me, big things that are coming that I'm like, oh my god, but it's fine. It doesn't like ruin it. So hope you enjoyed having dinner with me, and yeah, hope to see you again.